T1138 here, and this is my Friday pickup video. Now, it says in the title, if you read that I got a package from a YouTuber, and normally I put that at the beginning of the pickup video, but this is so cool, I'm going to put it at the end, and hopefully you guys stick around and check it out. Now, as for my pickups this week, I stopped back at that video game store where I bought all the Commodore 64 stuff last week, and if you remember, the owner of the store said that he had a bunch of old video games in the back that nobody ever bought. Offered to make a deal on some of the stuff for me, said I could pick out as much as I want and we'd work something out. Now, I picked out what I could afford last week on the budget that I set for myself every week, and then he knew that I was going to come back this week and buy some more. Wouldn't you know, he priced everything individually, and a lot of it was priced at, top-end eBay prices, so I don't know. I know that it's his store, he's entitled to do whatever he wants. It just seemed a little bit shady to me, a little bit irritated at the fact that he would go and price everything like that, knowing that I was coming back. So I picked out a couple of things, but the rest of that crap can sit there for another year or two, and he won't sell any of it. We'll let him suck on failure for a little while, see how he likes it, and then maybe he'll be ready to make a deal again. So I don't know. I picked out the stuff that wasn't overpriced. I think it ended up coming to a little less than $2 a game, so still not bad. I got a couple of Atari 2600 games here. Got Super Cobra by Parker Brothers, Porky's from 20th Century Fox, and a game that I really couldn't find any information at when I looked the other day on Rarity Guide and eBay, Hero. I don't know if that means that it's rare and valuable or if it means that nobody wants it. I'm assuming since he only had it priced at $1 that it means that nobody wants it. I got a couple of Odyssey 2 games. I got War of Nerves and Attack of the Time Lord, which I was a little disappointed to find out is not about Doctor Who. Oh well, still seems like a fun game. I got a single NES game, which was not actually with the old stuff. It was sitting out on the tables. I picked up this and then a couple of Sega games, which will be on another video. But I got Bump and Jump for the NES and a couple of ColecoVision games. I got Gateway to whatever that is again, only this time on the ColecoVision. And I got a cool looking cartridge called Artillery Duel. And I have a feeling that's probably worth a couple of bucks anyway, since it is such an odd looking cartridge. Then I was at a Goodwill, I don't remember which one. Was it a Goodwill? Yeah, it was a Goodwill. Yeah, because it wasn't in one of those stupid bags that Salvation Army uses. I picked up Tycho RC for the PlayStation. And it's a racing game. Looks, I don't know, maybe it's a Mario Kart ripoff, but either way, I like racing games, and this one looks like it could be fun. Hopefully it will be. Alright, is that it? Yeah, that's it for that stuff. And then I was at the Goodwill in Mansfield, Ohio, where my friend Eldon had been, I believe, just the day before and said that they didn't really have anything there. So I'm assuming that if this had been there the day before, he would have told me. I picked up an Xbox here, and this Xbox was marked at $20. I had a 35% off coupon, ended up getting this for, I think, $11 and change after tax. I was actually able to test it out in the store because it came with all of the necessary components to make it work. I plugged it in, and since it came with a game, Splinter Cell, I was able to test it out, and it does, in fact, work. Seems to work just fine. Also came with 3 controllers. Came with this gymongous thing, which, I gotta say, I love big controllers. This thing is awesome. But yeah, this big thing, and then it came with 2 smaller versions, much smaller versions, like half as heavy versions. The only problem with these 2 is they don't come with the breakaway end on it, so these are pretty much totally worthless. Just ugly paperweights. So yeah, got an Xbox, 3 controllers, the game Splinter Cell, and I got it for $11 and change. Very cool. Happy to get that, I guess. I really don't intend to play Xbox games on it. I intend to put emulators on it and use it sort of as an emulation station. That's really my only reason for getting that one. Now, today I was in Medina, Ohio, and I left to go to my next stop. I don't know how to put this delicately. Yeah, I can't. I had to go to the bathroom really bad by the time I got to the Goodwill. And we're talking like emergency bad. Like if I didn't make it there in a few seconds, there were going to be problems. What really sucked is I was walking back towards the bathroom in the place, and that tells you how desperate I am. I was going to go to the bathroom in a Goodwill, and I happened to spot out of the corner of my eye a Sega Dreamcast in the box, or at least I assumed that that's what was in the box because it was a Sega Dreamcast box. Did not even have time to stop and look at it. Had to run back, do my business, and I was keeping my fingers crossed that it would be there when I was done. Well, I went back, and sure enough, there was my Sega Dreamcast. It was $15. And look at the box. The box is in pretty decent shape. A little bit of wear on the corners, but all the flaps are there. All the stuff is inside. It's got the registration card and all that fancy crap. And it had a Dreamcast, the controller, a memory card, a sealed web browser, and a couple of games. Now, this is a Sega item, and normally I would show you this on my Sega pickup video, but gosh, there's so much stuff. I don't need one more thing. And I figured I'd put it on this one. So there is not a Dreamcast in here now. And what happened was I already have, I believe, 7 Dreamcasts sitting in my basement here. And then an 8th one up in my son's room. I did not need another Dreamcast. So rather than take this thing home and put a Dreamcast on eBay, which I would normally put a Dreamcast on eBay for about $35 with free shipping, and by the time I paid for the shipping and I paid for the eBay fees and the PayPal fees and everything, I might get $18, maybe $20 out of it if I'm lucky. So I stopped by the exchange on my way through, and they gave me $15 for the Dreamcast and the controller. I kept the memory card and the box. So essentially, I got a box for my Dreamcast for free. And the box was really all I was after anyway, because I don't have a box Dreamcast. Now, I will. Okay, that was all my pickups this week. On to the package video, or the package portion of the video. Alright, I was sent this package all the way from Japan, and it came from Luke Morse 1. So, I don't know if that'll tell you guys what it is or not, but I was very happy to get it, and Luke was kind enough to send it to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. It is a Neo Geo. I don't have a Neo Geo AES, or at least I didn't have a Neo Geo AES. Now I do. There it is. I'm a little surprised. It is lighter than I expected it to be totally honest. I expected it to be a little heavier. It is in surprisingly good shape. There's a couple little nicks, very fine scratches, but nothing, well, there's one right there, but other than that, nothing that shows up on camera. In very, very good shape. It came with one of these dog bone controllers, which, to be totally honest, I'm never going to probably use this anyway, or at least very rarely am I going to use this. I have a Neo Geo CD. I am so accustomed to those controllers. I will probably use those for everything. They're so convenient to use. And you don't have to set them on a table. Not that I don't like fight sticks, just that I like those controllers so much, I use them as often as I can, and that's probably all I'll end up using with this. But this is not all it came with. I also got a game, Samurai Spirits. And God, I know that these things are big, but I've never had one in my hand before that day. And they're not just big. These things are huge. They're huge and they're rattly. Now, I also happened to get a couple of other games here, and I couldn't show you them before because then you would know what this was. I got NAM 1975 and Magician Lord, and they both came with manuals. And I got those very, very cheap for Neo Geo AES games. Very surprised. So that is everything I got this week that I'm going to show you on this video anyway. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please go check out Luke Morse 1's channel. I know that, you know, not a lot of people know who he is and that he needs all the support he can get. So go check him out. Subscribe to him for me. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next week.